Hello all and welcome back to another model railway video. Now today I'm going to be taking a look at this brilliant model by SDS Models, which is their Class 800 locomotive from South Australia. This is a fantastic little Australian locomotive and I certainly love the colour that has been painted in. What a standout orange that is with the silver on the top. So this locomotive is an HO scale engine. It is a really well detailed model and a very good performer. So today I'm going to be taking a close look at this engine and then I will give it a run on my HO scale layout. So we'll get into it. Right, so let's have a close look at this wonderful engine. Now the one thing that made me really go for this is the colour scheme. What a fantastic orange colour that is, with it's almost like maroon sort of striping on there. It looks really, really nice, this colour. So, we'll get into it and have a look at the details. Now, in terms of lettering and numbering, there isn't too much going on. We've got the 807 print on either side of the cab, which looks really nice. I believe the only one of these that's preserved in real life is number 801, which I think is the class leader. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's the one that is preserved. And it is in these colours too. So, again, standout orange colour. It looks absolutely fantastic. The maroon striping on the side, really well applied, and it looks really nice. I like how it's running along the middle there, and then you've got it along the top as well. It looks really good. In terms of the details around the bodywork, you've got some nice panels, you've got little doors to the sides of where the engine is, you've got little vents and vent details that have been put in place. This lovely silver vent panel, it looks like a separately fitted piece. It looks really, really nice on the side there, nicely done. You've got good handrail and handle detail. All of these doors here have got little handles on them, they look really nice. You've got some up the top there as well. And the black painted handrails that run right along the edges there, they look really, really good. And you've got a little ladder up here as well, which I believe is separately fitted, and it looks good. In terms of bogie detail, these are really well detailed bogies. There's quite a bit going on with them. You can see the springs and all the brakes and everything. They look really, really nice. I should call them trucks, not bogies. There's your fuel tank. You've got some different details going on there. It's all painted black, but looks really, really nice. And other things you can see from the side, I love these. Look at the steps on those. You can see right the way through. They're painted silver, so they really stand out. But you can see right the way through them that they've been done like the real thing. They look really, really nice. Other cab detail, of course, you've got your plastic see-through windows. They're really nicely applied. You can see just on the edge here you've got a window wiper, which is just there. I'll have a closer look at that now. That looks really, really nice. And also from the side on view, you can see the air horns on the top of the cab. Nice silver top to the engine and the silver cab roof. And you've got some fine handrails on the front and back as well. And you can see the knuckle couplers on the front. I like how these handrails are being done. Unfortunately, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in a moment when I look at the front. In fact, we'll turn it to the front now and have a look. Unfortunately, these lights which are on the front, they do not work. I'm not sure if they can be wired up or not. They're just for show mainly. But they've got the little bit of clear plastic inside them. So they do look good, but they don't work. Unfortunately, it's only the top light. Okay, so in terms of detail from the front view, you can see there's quite a bit going on, especially down on the lower part where the plough is. You've got the brilliant arrangement of hoses and air hoses and pipes and connections. They look really, really nice, and the plough at the front with how it's got the gaps in between there and there and all the way along, that looks really, really good. Good standard knuckle coupler, it pivots quite freely, opens and closes with ease, it looks really good. And as I was mentioning before, this lovely handrail arrangement on the front, it looks really, really nice. Nice and fine, not too chunky, doesn't look unrealistic, it's really well done. On the front, you have got a really nice headlight arrangement with little 807 plates on either side of the headlight. They look really nice. And then of course there's the 807 print right in the middle there. That looks good as well. and some small handrails at the top. The headlight's really nice. It's a good colour from what I've seen. It's reasonably bright. It looks really, really good. We'll turn to the back end of the engine. So again, very nice arrangement with the hoses and the coupling and plough and everything. That looks really good. The same handrail on the back, it looks nice and fine. And the cab detail is also very, very nice. You've got the nicely done paintwork, that tiny little door handle, even though it's not a separately fitted piece, they've picked it out with a silver. And that would have been quite a hard exercise to do, really, because it's a small part, but they've done it real nice. There's no paint slopped over the edges. It looks really, really good. You've also got a window wiper on the side here. They're so fine. I can't believe how fine they've done these, but they look so nice. And yeah, nice plastic windows on the rear. And again, same headlight arrangement. You've got it's two individual lights, what it's meant to represent. I'm pretty sure it would just have one LED in it. But yeah, really well done. And again, the 807 number on the sides. It looks really, really nice. Now, one thing I forgot to mention during the start of the video when I first had a side-on look at this is there is no cab detail inside. You can just see where the top of the drive shaft comes out heading towards the motor. Unfortunately, there's no seats or no back head on the cab. It's just all open in there, but it's not too bad. You can't really see it from an outside view anyway. It looks pretty nice. But yeah, it would be nice to have some cab detail on there, but not a biggie. I'll move to the top now, and the top of the loco, even though most of the time not many people would take the time to look at it, it has some fantastic detailing on there. That fan on the top for me with that grille going over the top looks absolutely stunning. I've never actually taken a look to see if it actually turns. I will have a look when I start it up, when I give it a run, but I don't think it does turn. I think it's just a static fan, but it would be nice if it worked. You've also got the exhaust. You can just see where that is there, the little exhaust hole. That looks really good. You've got all sorts of different panels and other vent panels on the top. You can see some fine handrails there as well. You've also got on the top a little bell. It's hard to see from a side-on view that it is a bell, but if you turn it that way you can definitely tell that it is meant to represent a bell on there, which looks really good. You've also got on top of the cab, as I mentioned, the air horns, and you've got some vents there as well. So it's really well detailed. I'll turn it around and show you the opposite side just so you can see what the detail is. It's very much the same. There is one difference though. It's got a small window on the side. Well, I assume it's a window. But yeah, it looks really nice on there. I'm not sure what it is for, but it looks good. You've also got more panels, different sort of arrangement on the side. There's an extra little handrail by the cab, which I would assume connects to a cab door. And yeah, other details on the slide that slightly differ from the other side, but are mostly the same. And I'll do a top view of the steps and the running boards there if it's not going to be too glary because of the shine off the silver. But you've got you can see the steps from the top view there. They look absolutely fantastic. And yeah, a really nicely detailed model. So yeah, I'm now going to put this locomotive on my HO scale layout and I will give it a run, and I've got two new wagons which I'll put them behind it as well, so it will look really good. So I'll move the engine over to my layout and we'll send it on its way. Here we go. So there we are, the SDS Models Class 800 number 807 is now down on my HO scale layout. I'll give this locomotive a run light engine to begin with, then I will put a couple of wagons in behind and tow them around with it. Very good, let's get into it. And here we have a bit more of a realistic speed. Very smooth. So there we go, folks. That is the South Australian Class 800 diesel locomotive number 807 by SDS Models. What a fantastic locomotive. I am really fond of the colour scheme that it is painted in. And it is a fantastic performer, as you can see there by the slow speed. It can get to quite a realistic speed set. And I've got to say, the colour that it's painted in really suits the type of engine it is. It's a multi-purpose engine, but to me it's very close to being a shunting locomotive, and that's probably what I'm going to use it for mainly. Some mainline work, but I'll use it for a lot of shunting manoeuvres as well. And for one of my first South Australian locomotives, I've got two. You may have seen the other one, which is a Class 900, which is out on the layout as well. It's a very nice locomotive. I'm really pleased to have it in the collection. Very good. I hope it's been an enjoyable video, folks. I hope you've enjoyed seeing another Australian locomotive. There will be definitely more models from Australia that will come in the future. I might do a video of the Class 900, you never know. And I'm certainly looking at buying other Australian engines as well. I'm hoping to get a steam engine at some stage. They are a little bit more expensive, but the detail on some of them, you can understand why. I'm looking at possibly getting a D3 class locomotive, but it hasn't been decided yet. I'm still umming and ahhing about it, but you never know, it may appear. Very good. I hope it's been enjoyable, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.